Andrew Newland from Angle is with me on the line. Andrew, good afternoon. Nice to speak to you.
Yeah, good afternoon, Andrew. Nice to speak to you too.
Andrew, before we talk about the news of your acquisition today, I understand you're at Gatwick Airport as we speak. Where are you heading to?
I'm flying to Rhodes, actually, not for a holiday, actually, but to go to Europe's leading CTC conference. And Angle's got many of our leading customers and key opinion leaders making presentations. So there's a lot of exciting information going on there. So I'm going out to join quite a large team that Angle's got present at that conference. Indeed,
so a busy few days for you. Let's return to the acquisition here, Axela. Tell me a bit more about it, Andrew.
Well, Axela is a fabulous company for analysing cells. So, as you know, Angle owns a technology, Parsortix, which can capture cells, cancer cells from blood, even when they're extraordinarily rare. One cancer cell in 1,000 million blood cells. Axela has a technique which is very, very good at doing molecular testing of those cells to identify the gene expression. And so the two companies together, the two operations together, mean that Angle can offer a sample to answer, go all the way from a blood test through to the gene expression information that the doctors need.
And you reckon, Andrew, that Axela, their approach is better than others, do you?
Well, we're basing that view on a couple of really important facts. The first one is that we actually use the Axela platform on our American ovarian cancer study. So you recall that we announced the results of two 200-patient studies in early July in ovarian cancer detection. And the one that used the Axela platform really performed extremely well. It's very simple to use, it's efficient, it's effective, it's low cost, and the absolutely crucial point is it can identify the gene expression on up to 100 genes simultaneously in one reaction. Now, this completely outperforms, in our view, anything else that's currently available in the market. The alternative approach that we used in our European study is called PCR. That's limited to a relatively small number of genes, up to about 8, whereas, in fact, you want a lot more, but it's low cost. Whereas the sort of Rolls-Royce in molecular testing is the next generation sequencing, where you can do hundreds of genes, but it's extraordinarily expensive. Costs you several $1 million to buy a next generation sequencing instrument, and then $1,000 per sample. So this multiplex approach that Axela has can in fact do hundreds of genes, but at the low cost of PCR. So we think it's a game changer and fits into a sweet spot in the market.
Oh, very nice. A game changer there. I know the acquisition's costing just under $4 million, but you're raising just over $12 million, Andrew. Talk to me about what this cash is to be used for.
Yeah, so we've got the Axela acquisition funded. We've got certain integration and operating costs for Axela funded, but we've also got, and this is the key point, the core business of Angle, the Parsortix system funded. All the way through to the end of 2018. That covers a very good distance beyond, and possibly into Q1 of 2019. It covers a long distance beyond the FDA study results that we're expecting in the middle of 2018. And that's what we think will actually trigger serious interest from a number of large companies in what Angle's doing.
So a big day for you, Andrew. What else have you got on the horizon?
Well, we announced, as you know, the co-marketing agreement with QIAGEN recently. That was one of the world's leading molecular testing companies, $1.3 billion. Incidentally, we're proposing and we're hoping that QIAGEN will actually do a formal evaluation of the Axela platform and hopefully include it in our co-marketing agreement. We've already spoken to them about the prospects and they were well aware of the Axela platform. So, but we're talking to multiple other companies. Our strategy remains to partner with as many of the big molecular diagnostics and molecular testing and pharmaceutical and contract research organizations as well as reference labs in order to bring our technology, the Parsortix system, as the default system for getting circulating tumour cells from patient blood. And I think that the combination of the Parsortix Axela, whereby we can offer a gene panel analysis system, is really going to change the value add proposition for Angle. So We currently sell a consumable Parsortix for $100 in research use. It's going to go up to a couple of $100 in our clinical use of the ovarian test. But with these gene panels, we know that, for example, Oncotype DX is sold in the US for breast cancer gene panel. It only works on solid tissue biopsy, so not for blood biopsy, but that's sold at a list price of $4,175. And their test revenue was the company's name is Genomic Health. Their test revenues were $327 million last year. We think that the combination of Parsortix and Axela has the opportunity to do the same task, actually to do more than the 21 genes that Oncotype DX does. It could do up to 100 genes, but to do it from blood. So all of a sudden, we jump up the value chain. We're offering a proposition which meets exactly what the clinicians want and provides the value of sample to answer. So simple blood tests, outcomes, the gene expression information needed.
Significant opportunities there, Andrew. Look, great to speak to you. I better let you go so you don't miss your plane. Nice to speak. We'll catch you next time.
That's great, Andrew. Thank you very much indeed. All the best.